Hey, it's the Empire. Geo Empire. Back to our boxing. Now, Willie Monroe versus Billy Joe Saunders. Wow. For the WBO title in England. This is a huge fight, man. I'm really excited for this fight. If you guys didn't know, all the middleweight titles are actually on the line this weekend. Now, Triple G and Canelo are fighting for the WBA, the WBC, and the W. They're fighting for three titles, right? The IBO or IBF. I'm sorry, and Billy Joe Saunders has the WBO. So every title in the middleweight division is on the line this weekend. That's wild, man. Now, Billy Joe Saunders is he's probably the favorite in this fight. He is the favorite in the fight. He's fighting in his backyard. Billy Joe Saunders is a solid fighter. He beat his most notable win is Chris Eubank Jr., the guy who was in the Super Six tournament at a super middleweight at 168, and Chris Eubank destroyed Arthur Abraham, and he's working up through the ranks. So it shows you the level of Billy Joe Saunders and what he was able to do against Chris Eubank, which is completely outbox him. Now, the crazy thing is, Billy Joe Saunders isn't known for power, but he definitely has power. The way he dropped Andy Lee, like I think he dropped him 3 or 4 times in that fight. So he definitely has power. He has that X factor that Willie Monroe doesn't have. He doesn't have that power factor. So Billy Joe Saunders is gonna come in this fight with power. He looks like he's in great shape, man. I seen him like get in shape really quickly, and it was sort of shocking. Billy Joe Saunders is an athlete. He just knows to turn it when to turn it on and turn it off. And in between fights, sometimes he may gain weight, but he's turning it off because he needs to let his body recover. And when he lets his body recover, he can train harder when fight comes again. He knows how to turn it back on and get into fight mode. So Billy Joe Saunders is he's definitely a character, and the way he prepares for fights. Now William Monroe Jr. He's a phenomenal fighter. Um, it's sort of shocking. I was actually doing more research on Willie Monroe Jr. and apparently his dad, Willie Monroe, actually beat Marvin Hagler. He actually gave Hagler his second loss, and he beat him by decision. So Willie Monroe has that family trait of boxing, man, and he's really good at it. I'm pretty sure he got a lot of tips and tricks from his dad and how to box opponent really well and take the rounds away slowly. So Willie Monroe Senior, his dad, beat Marvin Hagler. I mean, that's a legend. So, I mean, I think Monroe's trying to repeat the same thing. I've been hearing really Monroe stopping sparring partners. I've been following this training camp. So he has been working on his power since he's gonna go fight in someone's home country, which is gonna be in England. So Ray Monroe is definitely traveling for this fight. He's a road warrior, and it's gonna be a really good fight, man. I mean, this fight right here, it can really go either way. But I'm slightly leaning toward Billy Joe Saunders just based off he can hit a little bit harder. And if it's a close fight in someone's hometown, man, they're gonna give it to the hometown guy. Billy Joe Saunders did have that one close fight against Wolverine, some Wolverine guy. That's his nickname. I thought the guy won the fight actually, to tell you the truth, but they gave it to Billy Joe Saunders. So I think Billy Joe Saunders is a really exceptional guy. I was thinking about earlier. And Billy Joe Saunders is really surrounded by extreme talent. You think about Tyson Fury, the unified heavyweight champion. You think about Huey Fury, potential heavyweight champion, and he is an undefeated champion himself. You know, so when you're surrounded by that kind of talent, being really really good is probably just ordinary because everyone's so good around you. And Tyson Fury and Billy Joe Saunders have been growing up together for a while. They're like best friends. So their talent level is probably it's really high because Tyson Fury is accomplished, right? Huey Fury is an undefeated prospect fighting for a title, a contender actually. Because he's fighting for a title his next fight. So I mean, I think Billy Joe Saunders is really being slept on. I think he's better than people think. Everything around him says greatness, but people just don't give it to him because he don't have that aesthetics. He don't have the eight pack. His character is, you know, is humane. It's not like an idolized character where you need to look up to this guy because he's the perfect role model. Billy Joe Saunders is not that kind of guy. When I see a Billy Joe Saunders, I sense a sense of realism out of him. He's not filtered. You know, he's unfiltered. He's raw. He's talking his mind. So I think people sleep on Billy Joe Saunders because he's so authentic, and people don't like that, man. They want to see perfection, and I think Billy Joe Saunders probably could. I give him a slight edge. Like I said, Willie Monroe is good, and what sticks out to me is his dad beating Marvin Hagler. You know, and I just didn't know that, and I was wondering. Monroe was so good. You know, people don't talk about him too much, but I'm surprised no one, the main media, or no one talks about his dad beating, Marvin Hagler and him being the son of that kid. It's shocking. It's just shocking. So, you know, so man, that's how I feel about it, man. I mean, I think Billy DeSantis has a slight edge. I know Monroe worked on his power. I mean, Monroe can definitely show some power in his fight he didn't show before because that's what's gonna separate him in this fight. You're gonna have to hurt the guy. So Monroe's gonna have to go all out, man. I know he's a really good boxer, but he might have to be a little more aggressive in this fight. This is gonna be a really good fight. I never seen Billy Joe Saunders fight at elite level southpaw, and vice versa. I've never seen Willie Monroe Jr. fight at elite level southpaw. They're both southpaw, so it's definitely gonna be. It's not gonna be a fight where one guy's orthodox and one guy's southpaw, and they're playing a distance game. This is gonna be they're both southpaw, so it's gonna be definitely. It can be. You guys can both hit each other a lot easier. Because their lead hands are both the same. So I can't wait to see the fight, man. Let me know how you guys feel about it. I got Billy Joe Saunders by a slight edge, but like I said, Willie Monroe he's been working on his power. I've been hearing him drop sparring partners and training. So I think it's gonna be a good fight, man. I mean, really, honestly, you can just really call this a 50-50 fight, man. It's gonna be good. I've seen them both dig down deep. With Billy Joe Saunders, even though he beat Chris Eubank, there's times in that fight where Eubank was trying to put him out, and Eubank weathered the storm. There's times where Willie Monroe was getting destroyed by Triple G, and he pulled out and he tried his best, and he did really good for a guy with 6 knockouts. Even though he quit, but he wasn't really out of it. So I think they're both gonna dig deep this fight, man. We're gonna see who has the bigger heart in this fight, man. It's gonna say a lot in this fight, man. So let me know how you guys feel. Like, comment, subscribe. This is the Empire, Geo Empire. Peace. Geo Empire.